this shit. I done cried for this shit. Might take a line for this shit. Put the Bible down and go out for a 9 for this shit. DOT, my enemy, won't catch a vibe for this shit. Ayy, I been stumped out in front of my mama. My daddy commissary made it to commas. Good job, my grandma's dead. So ain't nobody praying for me. I'm on your head. Ayy, 30 millions later, know the feds watching. Auntie on my telegram like gosh.
Welcome back to another video, man. Another day, another dollar, and we are back for some bread, baby. So let's get straight into it. So today we have to look for a continuation model, continuation trade, since yesterday's trade left without us, and it's today's drawing, man. Kind of like it, but yeah. So we are looking for a buy model. So let me just show you exactly what I'm waiting for right now.
I grind cause I gotta get paid. 1% chance, 99% faith. I fell in love with a hustle. I fell in love with
So I've been waiting all day, literally since market opened. The market came back into here, came back to yesterday's point of interest that I had marked out right on the 4-hour time frame, and it has yet not given us an entry for us to participate in. As you can see, it just came back to mitigate, right? But it has not given us an entry. I scaled down to the 1 hour. It's consolidating to the sideways. There is literally no entry. But what I am looking for though is somewhat of a break of buy side liquidity sweep, sell side, mitigate sell side, and at the 50% line. You cannot see it yet, but I think I should make it a little bit more colorful. Right. No, not this. I need the line. How do I make the line pop? Alright, let's make this a bit more colorful. Alright, there. I guess this works. So there, at this 50% line, I want the market to retrace back into that. That is where my order is. So on the 15-minute time frame, yesterday we had our buy limit right on the proper line, right? So what I want to happen today, or whenever the market decides to actually move, because today I'll just summarize it as a consolidating day. I want the market to come into our zone we had yesterday before this push upward. It moved like, I guess, $100 overnight, basically 1,000, right? So what I want to happen, what I want here on this, I want the market to retrace back into the zone where we wanted to buy yesterday. Because if you watch yesterday's video, you know that the market left without us. It didn't fully mitigate us. It just tested this 30-minute fair value gap and went up, which was not enough. The market actually had to mitigate this point of interest where we had our initial change of character, market structure shift, fair value gap mitigation, order block to be mitigated, fair value gap, and a sweep of liquidity. So this is what we were waiting for. So as you can see, we want the market to mitigate still there, because we still managed to retrace back into that 4-hour point of interest. And usually, as I was back testing the previous week, right, I realized that the market on a 4-hour point of interest, it usually comes back to the 50% mark of that 4-hour point of interest. All right, so as you can see, I marked it out. I marked out the 50% mark. So this 50% mark actually aligns with the point of interest I had marked out yesterday. So now it's a matter of, if it does continue to the downside, well, I don't lose much. Imagine if I put my risk here and my stop loss here, I lose a lot. But if I am to reduce my risk by moving my entry point, by getting precise with my entry, placing it right here, my SL right here, I can actually move away from the market fine. And of course, it does happen that the market could potentially move up, but most of the time I've realized since backtesting, the market can mitigate this 50% mark by snipering it, mind you, by sniper and then moving back up. All right, so I'll just wait for that to happen, and then we target that high. So this is my setup right now. So for those that don't know why I eventually got into drawing, right, it's really just because, as you can see, the market took forever. Right now, it's literally 2:22 in the afternoon. So the trade sometimes take forever to get checked in, and to occupy my time, I started drawing, man, and as you can see, the craft is improving. The first drawing I did was really just because this one, this monkey, It was like the first complex drawing I ever did. And this was just to train my mind, like, hey man, get into something new you've never done before, prove to yourself that you can do it. And with that mentality will then go into anything else that I want to do. Like right now, I was saying that I want to get into playing instruments. It's always been something that I've always wanted to do, but I've never or have not bought an instrument yet to play on it. But in the meantime, though, we have this to be doing. Very cheap, very affordable to get, and you start drawing. This actually my girl got it for me, so I appreciate it for her, man. So yeah, I started drawing now, and we are still waiting for the market to play out. It takes forever, so hey man, it's literally 2 o'clock right now, and most of the time, how I like to trade it is like around 4 p.m. I start doing or checking the market least, like giving it the least amount of time. Even though sometimes that is when the market starts moving, or that is when the entries will eventually get mitigated. But as for now, as you can see, we still have nothing to do. And of course, drawings don't take me an hour. Eventually, probably they will when I start drawing complex stuff or more intricate stuff. And as well, I want to get into painting. Well, from drawing to painting makes sense, right? So I'm training my hands to be able to draw, spot out lines, and then eventually put color into the drawing. That is something, man. But hey, let's get straight into it. So as you can see right here, the market is now retracing back into the 50% line that I spoke about. So I'm actually interested in seeing how it reacts there. So I have a buy limit right at the 50% line. So trust, the moment it hits the 50% line, I'm officially in the trade, and we'll experience how this trade goes together, man. So actually, let me just put this the way it's supposed to be, at the 50% line, because that is where my entry is, man. So we want the market to mitigate and sell off sell side liquidity and give us a change of character up here then, if that's what it wants to do, man. You know, predict the market and still give it room to do what it wants to do, you know. So let's see. Okay, it's approaching entry. Okay, perfect, man. Perfecto. All right, I'm going in now. It has to hit the 50% line for it to go in, so it has not done that yet. Okay, so right now it's a little bit around 1:30 or so, I'm guessing. But I just finished this drawing, and took me, I don't know, I actually, you know what, I'm in the present so much that I don't even know how long it took me to draw this. And I actually like it. So I had the idea of drawing, right, and then writing a short poem there. So I will start being into poem as well, I guess. It's not that I'm into everything, but it's just that I just get these ideas, and when you get the idea, you have to express it, right? Like I said here, I'm not drawing or going into music again for metrics or for the interest of making money or whatsoever. If it comes, it comes, but I'm not into that for money. I'm just there for the creative expression of just enjoying. Look, this is me drawing this now. Some of the stuff that you see here, I improvised. Of course, the guy didn't look like this, but as an artist, you find ideas of your own, I guess, you see? And then as you see here, MVP. So I just came, I guess now this is my signature. As you can see, there's an M right there. And then on the M, there's like the V and the P, stressing from the V to the leg of the M. All right, but I like it very much, man. But as you can see, this is my drawing I did today. You see? So I just try to draw at least once a day. Not try, I do draw at least once a day. Draw something once. If I don't like it, like yesterday I did draw something, but it didn't come to life the way I wanted it. So I just left it. So it's not like I want to leave it completely, but I want a wrapper. I want an eraser, as you can see. This put me in such a trip, it was crazy. right? So basically this is a UFO, right? And it's looking into the mind of this guy right here. And then as you can see, this, right, this thing that is on his mouth here is basically drugged, right? Is basically drugged. I'm just explaining what I'm saying here. So this is a UFO looking into this guy's mind. He's drugged. And then further than this picture, right, there is a human figure falling from this guy. Do you see how crazy that is? So Hakim was like, what if the UFO is not a UFO but an eye? I'll leave it there. All right, so yeah, man, that's the drawing I did today. I actually like it. Where is it? And then this one, so like I said, I draw and then provide a poem with it. So this is the poem I have with it as well. So this is the poem I have with this as well, self-belief. Basically, a short summarization, is that a word, of this poem. If you can pause the video and watch and read it. But it's basically about the bird. It has so much self-belief that it doesn't trust on the branch not to fall, but in its ability to fly whenever it needs to fly, or when the branch fails to withstand its weight, right? Of course, that's not my first time hearing that, but I just elongated it using a poem. But that's the thing I got from it. Why am I running out of words? But yeah, man, here's today. So let's get back into trading. Okay, so as you can see, it did drop, but it didn't drop fully to mitigate our entry. So it just missed us by a few pips, and we just have to wait for it to come back, man, because this leg here has to get swept. So the market does have to come eventually into this zone, and then we buy from there, man. Otherwise, we are not entering from where it is right now. If it does happen to continue buying, that's fine, because I'm actually protected, and I have a buy that I've been holding for like since Friday. I guess it's gone now. I guess I took it out, but I've had a buy since Friday. No, it's still there. Wait, hold on. Where is it? I've been holding a buy since Friday. Oh, I guess I closed it, man. I don't know. So I've been holding a buy since Friday, right? So I want this market to actually just respect our analysis right there by sweeping this liquidity, get into our zone, our point of interest from yesterday. That is what I'm really concerned about, because even though it created, okay, let me explain something real quick. So what happens is, for example, I'm a swing trader now, right? So what happens is, on the 4-hour time frame, when the market mitigates the 4-hour time frame, there's obviously something on lower time frames that it's going to mitigate as well, right? So on the 4-hour time frame, suppose it's this big, but then of course when it goes down on lower time frames, there's probably a fair value gap on the 15-minute that it's going to fill, so that it can find bullish pressure to go up. But the overall 4-hour point of interest gives you the direction that, okay, the market is going to mitigate this zone and then eventually go up, when you don't know. But then if you were to scale down lower time frames and actually spot out where the market wants to react from, you'll further find out that, okay, on the 1-hour time frame, if the similar thing is on the 4-hour, or on the 30-minute time frame, a fair value gap that the market is interested in mitigating. So that is exactly my point, right? So in this case, on the 4-hour time frame, we get the idea that the market wants to buy, right? And if it is to buy, we get the idea that it wants to buy. And on the 15-minute time frame, in this case, we have a zone that we had marked up from yesterday that we were interested in buying from, but the market didn't mitigate. So the market is yet still to mitigate that zone within the 4-hour point of interest, so that we eventually start buying. So that is my analysis for this one. Like, I'm not going to enter on the 4-hour point of interest from where it starts, but I'm going to start entering from the lower time frame where the market has to come and mitigate. You see now, that is basically what I'm explaining. So we are still just going to give it time. I am not going to buy anywhere here until it mitigates my zone, and then eventually it will start giving us a change of character. I guess above the change of character, that is where we'll look for second entries. But for now, we still need confirmation that the market will indeed buy, because the market could drop, and I put like a lot of risk here, so I wouldn't do that, right? So I'll first get an early entry, my first entry right here, then we give it some time and see how the market reacts. If it continues to consolidate, that's fine. But then eventually, if the market does manage to go above here, this above this change of character to confirm that it is going to buy, that is when I'm going to look for second entries. You see, let's go.
Like keep grinding, boy, your life can change in 1 year. And even when it's dark out, the sun is shining somewhere.